Warning, listening to the following podcast may cause your pharmacy to experience extreme success. Common side effects include of listening to this podcast are greater knowledge, improved performance, and higher revenue. This is the Pharmacy Podcast Network's coverage of the McKesson Idea Share 2017, recorded live from the Ernest Memorial Convention Center in New Orleans. Sponsored by the McKesson Pharmacy Technology and Services Division, MPTS. McKesson Pharmacy Technology and Services provides pharmacy owners the technology infrastructure to manage, grow, and compete at a national level while serving their local communities with the best healthcare services. Be sure to listen to this special 12th podcast series dedicated to the empowerment and success of community pharmacy businesses across the country. And now, here's your host of the Pharmacy Podcast Network, Todd Urey.
Ray Zahr with Ray's Drugs, and you're listening to the Pharmacy Podcast.
Ray, welcome to the Pharmacy Podcast Show. How are you?
Good, how are you?
So is this your first Idea Share?
No, it's about my 7th.
Excellent. So as a pharmacy owner, your time is critical. Your money is obviously needs to be budgeted. Why do you invest the time? Why do you invest the money to come to the Idea Share?
Because it's a learning process. You see a lot of things, a lot of vendors. You get to see what's trending in the industry. So a lot of knowledge learned, and you make a lot of contacts also. Get to know a lot of different people, different owners that you can interact with in the future.
So the Pharmacy Podcast has been honored to be here interviewing lots of different pharmacy owners who have different ideas. McKesson's Pharmacy Technology and Services Division actually welcomed us here and brought us in. What is it about McKesson's technology, and which system are you using, and why do you like it so much?
I've been using Pharmaserv since about 2003. I like it a lot because it's very user-friendly. Easy to use, the reports are really nice on it, and the back end for me as an owner is very, very helpful.
So what is it about Pharmaserv that makes it easy to train a new user?
Well, because it's Windows-based, so they see one screen, they can fill in all the information, everything's right in front of them.
So that's pretty intuitive too, because now everybody's used to using something Windows-based.
Right, it's much better. With the old systems like SRS, you just hit enter. It's not as nice.
Very good. So tell me about your pharmacy. Tell me about Ray's Drugs. Where is it located? What community are you serving? And what's the demographic?
Ray's Drugs is located in Livonia, Michigan. We've been open since about 2003. Demographics are probably 50 and above. Livonia is an older community now. And we do half long-term care and half retail.
Okay. So you actually have senior centers that you're serving?
Yes, we do.
Excellent. And the pharmacy system, how is the balance between community and long-term care? Tell me about that.
Well, with Pharmaserv, they have special long-term care software, so we can print charts, MARs, we can, drug interactions, drug allergies. A lot of the homes want special requests, and with the long-term care from Pharmaserv, we can get all that accomplished.
So your user doesn't have to understand both programs because it's on one system. One user that helps you, or a technician that's helping you in community, they're also able to help you in the long-term care side too.
Yes.
Now, do you have workflow specifics for both of them, the community side and the long-term care side?
Yes,
okay.
we do.
So tell me about other technologies that are bolted into this system. What other systems are you using that feed information to Pharmaserv?
Oh, we have IVR. IVR does, and we can delivery. If we scan a label for delivery, we can put delivery slip. And I know in a couple of weeks we're going to be able to scan the label, and it loads on the FedEx website because we do a lot of shipping. That's all upgrades coming through Pharmaserv.
Excellent. Tell me about the difference of how you're growing that business from normal community services versus mail service.
We have some special companies that want to send us prescriptions, and they want the prescriptions mailed out to their customers. So we utilize Pharmaserv through FedEx to try to print the label to ship it.
What about specialty? Are you getting into specialty pharmacy at all?
No, not at that store.
Okay. And then medication therapy management. Tell me, how are you serving your customers that need a little deeper review of their medications?
Yeah, we do all the MTMs, and we do medication reviews, and we offer counseling to all the patients who want them.
Excellent. Okay. What is it about pharmacy today that has changed, say 20 years ago, and what's the greatest challenge to an independent pharmacy owner?
PBMs right now. PBMs, DIR fees and everything going on. It's kind of an unfair market right now.
Very much so.
Very much so.
So technology has to be easy to use, has to make you more efficient so that you can spend more time with your customers. The Pharmaserv system seems to be doing that for you. But tell me about the challenges about being with your customer and spending time with your customer. How many prescriptions are you doing on average a day?
We do at that store, we do about 250 prescriptions a day. We have enough staff to talk to the customer. So as a rule at my store, pharmacists are not allowed to count, lick, or stick, or type. Pharmacists
Very good.
only, watch over what they're doing and offer counseling to every customer so they can talk to them.
Excellent. Very good. That's a good approach.
Yeah, thank you.
So, how long has your store been around now?
It's 14 years.
14 years. Do you have any other stores?
Yes, I do.
Okay, how many pharmacies do you have?
I have 5 total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you using the same system in each of the stores?
Yes, I'll use Pharmaserv.
Excellent. And then are you able to do enterprise level reporting for all 5 of the stores at once?
Yes, I am.
Very good. So tell me what it is about Ray's Drugs that is different from, say, a national chain.
Well, customer service. We care about the customer. We go out of our way. We free delivery. We help them out if they can't afford something. Really taking care of them, getting to know them, their kids. They're not just a number to us. They help us feed our families. So we care about them a lot. We care about their health.
It's like it's the epitome of what it is to be a community pharmacy.
Correct.
And you're seeing your patients, who are your customers, more than any other healthcare provider.
Yes.
What about provider status? What do you think provider status will do for the community pharmacy? Have you looked into, for example, how a pharmacist will be compensated for different clinical services versus what they're doing today?
Yes, we are right now. We're part of the peers we're doing a peers group meetings and trying to set that up and get reimbursed for doing stuff like that. We're working on it right now.
Very good. Well, I tell you what, it's been exciting for me to interview so many different pharmacy owners. Ray, I appreciate you being on the Pharmacy Podcast.
Well, no problem. Thank you very much.
Hello, this is Vilpesh Patel from Menard Pharmacy in Taylor, Michigan.
Hey, welcome to the Pharmacy Podcast Network. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Idea Share 2017. What's this conference mean to you?
It means a lot. It's a lot of partnership that we built with McKesson Pharmacy software vendor in probably last 8 years that we've been working with McKesson Pharmacy Systems.
So, as a pharmacy owner, you're juggling employees, you're juggling insurance, not getting things paid, caring for customers. I can imagine. So, technology, it's almost like that entity of your business that you don't see and you don't hear unless something goes wrong.
That is correct.
So, explain to me kind of the reason that you chose the system that you did, and then more importantly, what do you like about the technology platform that you're using today? How does it impact your customer service and your actual clinical service?
So we started with Pharmacy a long time ago, and like you said, technologies has evolved over the last 8 years significantly. The good thing about Pharmaserv is we are able to integrate a lot of things with each other, and they work great seamlessly with each other pretty much. It helps us process a lot of patients and everything. We do a lot of shipping and all that, so it has helped us significantly. I mean, we recently integrated FedEx and Pharmaserv together, and we went from processing 100 prescriptions for 2-3 hours, making labels and everything, down to 10-15 minutes. So it saves us great amount of times. That actually frees us up so we can take care of our patients who actually physically comes to the store.
Very good. So tell me about the business. How has the technology enabled you to kind of reach beyond your community? Because it sounds like you're reaching outside of your community and caring for patients too.
Yep, definitely. By doing that, we are licensed in 3 states, so we're able to get some of these meds out to the patient next day. With the shipping and everything that's involved, I mean, most of the patients in our neighboring state, they get their meds next day.
Sounds like you're almost crossing over into a specialty pharmacy impact to that customer, because that's specialty pharmacy is reaching out to the customer via phone, via telemedicine, but it's being done by mail for delivery.
Yep, that is true. We do make a lot of phone calls to the patients. A lot of communication goes back and forth with the patients, and month after month, because they get refills and everything from us every single time.
So tell me about how you got into that portion of your business, because as an independent community pharmacist and pharmacy, the evolution of pharmacy must take place because you're not making the revenue that you were making 10 years ago.
That is correct.
You have to supplement, and we have to continue to grow.
That is
correct. If you don't grow, you can't take care of your customers. So talk to me about that.
So we partner with one of the manufacturers, and that's what we have done. We have a couple other stores who partner with other manufacturers. So it's partnering with the manufacturers, utilizing their saving cards that they offer, along with working with some of the doctors that we know in the area. So it has played a significant part in taking care of those patients. Before, some of these patients, they can't get the medication because it requires prior auth and all this. So we take care of a lot of burden from the patients finding the copay cards or saving cards that they have. And that's what enables us to take care of those patients in timely manner.
So why did you choose the pharmacy management system that you did? Tell me which one that you're currently using, how long you've been using it, and what's the reasons for you choosing it.
I have McKesson Pharmaserv. We've been with them for about 9 years now. It's a great system. I mean, we have worked as a team pretty much for the last 8-9 years with all the level 1, level 2 supports and people above them. They have helped us significantly. I mean, there's a time a perfect example, we just bought a store about a month or 2 months ago. We got the system set up in 3 days.
Unbelievable.
And I've been all 8-9 years, I haven't seen that happening. I mean, with the people that we know and all the team players that they were there at McKesson Pharmaserv, we literally were up and running, converted the system in 5 days.
So for inspection, for getting going, to actually start generating some revenue and taking care of some new patients, that means a lot.
Yes, it does mean a lot, especially when you're changing system over from one vendor to a different vendor, and in that quick turnaround time that we got, it was unbelievable. I mean, I didn't expect it.
Excellent. So how many pharmacies do you have right now?
We got, I think, about 15 right now.
That's incredible.
Yep.
I love hearing these stories. Community, independently owned, privately owned pharmacies, they're the ones that are changing things. You're setting trends. You're doing things like medication therapy management. You're reaching into specialty disease states. Tell me about your work in specific communities and what you're doing, say, with technology to do follow-ups and medication adherence.
Well, so what we did is we just got an upgrade on the Pharmaserv that includes part of the MedSync and everything. So we do MTM at our store. We started MedSync, so now we just did that about 2 weeks ago. We got about 15 patients enrolled in it now currently. So we're taking step by step, so all the staff plays a part doing the MedSync. And I think that will help us long-term, enable us to get all the patients, because we see our patients coming multiple times a lot of times. That will enable us to put them on a timely manner and make sure they're taking the meds the way it needs to be, because we do have people who skip all the time. Now I think this is where MTM and adherence part will come into play, where we can be a great team player to our community, because we have a lot of diabetic patients and a lot of pain management that we do at our pharmacy. So I think it will enable us to integrate all the doctors and everyone around surrounding us to take care of that patient in a very beneficial manner nowadays.
Before you make that phone call to that patient, for whatever reason that you're doing so, what kind of reporting are you tapping into in the Pharmaserv system in order to help you to really be good at doing that?
We put a lot of patient notes. We are heavily pharmacy that put a lot of patient notes right in the system. Now we have MedSync integrated, so that will help us utilize that in a significant manner, where we can list all the meds and sync all the meds for the patient before they come to the pharmacy and have them ready. Get the refills ready before they come to the pharmacy, so we're not wasting time when they come to the pharmacy telling them, hey, wait a half an hour. So I think all that integration part of the system, running the reports, there's multiple reports in the Pharmaserv. They're very user-friendly. I mean, we run them literally every day, running these reports that we have in this Pharmaserv system.
Something unique about your pharmacy that I'm going to assume, based on the fact that you're so integrated with the delivery capabilities, is when your patients either A, move, or B, go on vacation, or both, you'll probably be able to follow them anywhere and everywhere that they go.
We do that all the time, and we live in Michigan, so we have snowbirds who goes down 3 months down to Florida, so we do that. I mean, it's a challenging spot that we get put in now because we're not licensed in Florida. So we usually have patients, caregiver come pick up the medications and all that. So we're learning in the evolving market that's there how to take care of those patients. Or, if they're going for 3 months, then we'll maybe give the medication, fill it for 3 months. So that way we're taking care of them right there at the pharmacy. And I think the medicine portion of it will help us significantly down the road because as we get more and more people and we get them on a 3 months medication, then we don't run into the problem that, hey, someone has to pick it up and ship it out or anything like that.
Are you doing any medication therapy management via phone or via telemedicine with your patients right now?
Not with the phone we do, not with the telephone or anything. I mean, we talk on the phone basically, but we have a lot of patients who are our local patients.
Yes.
They come to us. They want to see us. So, I mean, we do it right in the store. They want to come see because they're in the store and they want to. Over the phone, it makes it a little bit tougher because when you talk to them, they can't pronounce medication or they don't understand it. When they're in the store, you can narrow down, or if you need to print any report, it's right there, even for the patient. So that makes it very handful tools for us to run reports in the pharmacy.
Very good. Well, I tell you what, it's been an absolute joy interviewing you, someone that's on the rise. Tell me about the future of your pharmacy. What's next for you guys? It's
going to be more of a MedSync program that we will run along with the MTM. We're thinking about starting the vaccination program in the community, but I mean, I'm just a bit laid back because we have doctors right next to us, so we kind of take it easy because they're doing the flu vaccines and all that. So main thing is growing our patient clientele. Everything's by referral. We haven't advertised. We have a lot of local newspaper comes to us, hey, advertise. I know I don't because I want word of mouth from patient to patients of the family. And that's how we have increased our volume. And I mean, when we bought the store, we used to do 40 prescriptions. Now we do about 200 a day in 8-9 years. But every day we get new customers coming in because it's word of mouth pretty much for us.
Excellent. IdeaShare is just a dynamic think tank for independently owned community pharmacies, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm glad you got to stop by.
Same here. It's a wonderful opportunity. I mean, this is probably my 6th or 7th year. A lot of learning.
They keep getting better.
It does get better. It does get better. Definitely.
Well, thank you for being part of the Pharmacy Podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Pharmacy Podcast Network's coverage of the McKesson IdeaShare 2017, recorded live from the Big Easy, New Orleans, Louisiana. This podcast is sponsored by the Pharmacy Technology and Services Division of McKesson, MPTS. IdeaShare is about helping pharmacy owners and operators focus on improving their business knowledge, leverage the industry's most effective technologies, and deliver innovative resources needed to improve a pharmacy's performance and maximize profitability. Be sure to listen to all the podcasts from the IdeaShare 2017 special series and contact McKesson Pharmacy Technology and Services to learn more about the latest in state-of-the-art technologies and the best software management systems available in pharmacy.